The title reads My girlfriend, who is 27, made a comment about my size. I'm 25 and I can't stop thinking about it. Oof, that's probably the one thing you don't want to hear coming out your girlfriend's mouth is making a snide remark about what you're packing in your pants. Yeah, let's see what this guy has to say, but I'm already going to say that might be breakup material because, come on, guys, there's nothing worse than feeling emasculated in this regard. He says, throw away because I don't want anyone to find this. My girlfriend and I have been together for about 7 months and things have been pretty great. She's fun, kind, and we always had good chemistry, both emotionally and physically. Last night, though, something happened that I can't stop thinking about. Yeah, I can imagine that. This could possibly be a relationship ending. She went out with her friends, had a few drinks, and came home in a playful, tipsy mood. At first, it was cute. She was laughing, hanging in on me, and being extra flirty. But when things started heating up, she said something that completely threw me off. I'll be honest, guys, you don't want a girlfriend who's going out a lot, especially who's going to the bars or the clubs. For me, personally, that's a deal breaker. That's a boundary of mine. Just like I'm sure my girlfriend wouldn't want me going clubbing with the boys. Like, I don't think it's appropriate for a relationship. But if this is just a one off thing with the girls, going to a bar, having a few drinks, I think that's fine. But they do say when someone has a drink, that's sometimes when the truth comes out. So what she's about to say now is probably what's been on her mind for quite a while. Out of nowhere, she goes, let's rub our clits together. Okay, so already you could maybe view that as just a jokey comment, or she could be referring to his small penis size. And I think that's the reaction he had about it. He said, I laughed nervously, thinking she was making some kind of drunk joke. Yeah, I think that's probably how you should take it. But then she doubled down. No, really, it's so small, it might as well be one. Whoa. So look, the thing is, that first sentence she said about let's rub our clits together, it could have just been a joke. And she could have been like, oh, maybe I should not have made that joke and just moved on or changed the subject or say, oh yeah, it was just a joke. But she doubled down. Like she wanted her boyfriend to know, no, this is actually an issue, and I'm going to bring it up now because I've had a few drinks and I'm feeling confident. That double down is, yeah, that's the nail in the coffin for me. I didn't know what to say. She was still giggling and acting like it was nothing, but it felt like a punch to the gut. I wonder if, because this is what happens when girls go out together, they talk about sex and they probably talk about their partners and how they're performing. It's not nice to think about because personally, when I'm hanging out with the boys, we never talk about sex. We don't talk about other women. Maybe we're weird, but we're like, we're adults and our private sexual life is, up to us. Like, we don't want to be sharing that. But for whatever reason, when women have had a few drinks and are with the girls, they do discuss a lot of things that would make us guys cringe. Like, I don't want my girlfriend talking about our uh, sexual experiences together. But women do talk about that stuff. So maybe when she went out with the girls, she actually mentioned that her boyfriend has a small penis and maybe she's not feeling very fulfilled in that area. And now she's brought it back home. We don't know for sure, but already that's what I'm kind of thinking could have happened. I tried to laugh it off and steer things in another direction, but the moment was ruined. She fell asleep not long after that, completely unaware of how much it hurt me. Bro, I don't know how you can come back from this. Because you're probably thinking, oh, she's probably comparing me to other guys. Maybe I'm not fulfilling her in certain ways. Now, how old is this woman? He said she's 27, so she's actually older than him by 2 years, which is interesting. But a 27-year-old woman, she probably has, had many sexual experiences, and by many, I don't know how much you want to say many is. I don't know what the average body count of a woman is, but let's say she slept with 10 guys. The likelihood that nine of those guys or let's just say out of 10 guys, at least three of them have a bigger dick size than you, which is a strong possibility given the probability. she's going to be comparing your dick size to those three other guys. So you're fighting a losing battle in some ways. So the likelihood that your girlfriend might have had bigger than you if she's had multiple sexual partners is pretty high. So will she ever be satisfied with you? I'm sure if you know how to use it and you fulfill her in other areas of life as well and in the relationship. But obviously to her this is an important thing, which is why she brought it up. And he knows that. And as a guy, you want to feel like the best version of yourself. You want to feel like you're the king of all kings and you satisfy her in every area. But when she comes out of this, you start doubting yourself. Now I can't stop playing it in my head. Was it just a careless drunk comment, or is that how she actually feels? Unfortunately, brother, I think it's how she actually feels. She's never said anything about my size before, but this has me second guessing everything. I feel like I should bring it up, but I'm afraid of sounding overly sensitive or insecure. At the same time, I don't want to let this fester and mess with my confidence, but it kind of is. A part of me wonders if I'm overthinking it, but another part of me feels like maybe I should leave. I actually, I don't know what to say, because for me, that's breakup material. I don't know if you guys are living together, you got a rent together, you got things tied up, maybe you got a little puppy dog. You've only been in a relationship with her for 7 months, so I doubt you have that much baggage with her. But if you can just leave this relationship and there's like no rent or no bills to pay, I'd just leave because I don't think there's any coming back from this. You want to be a woman who firstly respects you, and that comment doesn't respect you. Imagine if you said, "Oh, yeah, hey, honey, I think you're overweight." The girlfriend I had before was much slimmer. Like, it'd be World War Three, and quite rightly so, and it'd probably be the end of that relationship. So you need to hold yourself to those same standards, those same values. But also, I just don't know how you're going to come back from this because you're always going to feel not good enough now. And every time you have sex with her, you're going to think, oh, she's probably thinking, this dick's not that great. I've had better before. It just completely ruins your masculinity and your confidence in yourself. And that's going to affect your sex life with her. And I just don't think there's any coming back from it. Maybe I'm being over dramatic, but that's just my viewpoint on it. He finishes by saying, I don't know what to do, to be honest. I really don't know how I should address this. I bet she'll wake up the next morning and not remember her saying it, or maybe she'll remember saying it but she won't bring it up. I would bring it up with her purely just out of pure interest, but already with the mindset of I'm gonna leave this girl because it's just a massive sign of disrespect. And if my theory is right, I think she probably spoke to her girlfriends about this as well, and they all laughed and giggled while they're drinking their mocktail or their cosmopolitan and then talking about the the attractive Chad guys at the bar. I don't know, but yeah, maybe I'm being dramatic, but for me, that's a deal breaker, and I want to be with someone who values me and is crazy about me. And maybe this girl isn't that crazy about you. Anyway, that's all, guys. Cheers. See ya.